right, guys, we're sitting here with Matt from HOWA. Matt, good to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
So tell me a little bit about what brings you guys out here and your involvement with precision rifle shooting.
So for 2017, we started getting involved with National Rifle League and sponsoring some matches and really getting into it. And that was kind of the segue into creating some really unique products for that market and expanding into it.
Tell me about this rifle that we have sitting here and why you think this would be a great fit for a shooter competing in a precision rifle match.
So the rifle we have in front of us is the HOWA Bravo. So it's based on the HOWA 1500 Action. It has a number 6 contour heavy barrel. It'll be chambered in 6mm Creedmoor, 6.5 Creedmoor, and 308. This would be a great entry gun, or even for a more experienced shooter. We guarantee them from the factory for sub-MOA with good factory ammunition, and you'll see that you'll have no problem obtaining that. Then we mated the 1500 Action with the brand new KRG Bravo stock.
I really like this stock. You mentioned the calibers. What are we looking at in barrel lengths?
So 308 will be available in a 20-inch heavy, a 24-inch heavy, and 26-inch heavy. The 6.5 Creedmoor will be a 24-inch heavy and a 26-inch heavy, and then the 6mm Creedmoor will be 24-inch and 26-inch.
Awesome.
All will come threaded as well.
Awesome. So anybody can attach their suppressor, muzzle brakes, or whatever they're looking to attach to the end of their rifle.
Correct, 50 state legal.
Tell me a little bit about the modularity of the stock here and what it can offer.
The great thing about the Bravo chassis is it kind of blends the best features of a chassis rifle with more of a traditional rear. So that's the biggest difference you'll see from the other KRG products. We have a couple of aftermarket accessories that we mounted on this to show the modularity. We got a nice barrier stop on the front, and then we have a night vision rail for obviously mounting night vision optics for it should you want to. These take AICS pattern magazines, so any of the AICS pattern magazines will work in this.
Okay.
You got a big old nice magazine release there.
Yeah, and you can hit this while you're on the rifle too. You don't have to hit it from the bottom, or you don't have to break your grip to release that. I like that.
Right, and you can also access everything weak side as well. We
Right.
find ourselves in matches shooting a lot of stuff kind of opposite side than we're used to.
Right.
So it's nice to have that ability to go ahead and make adjustments or reload or anything like that from the other side.
Tell me about the action itself. What makes this action so special?
The action itself is machined from a solid stock steel. It's a flat bottom receiver with an integral recoil lug. The bolt itself is a forged one-piece bolt. The handle is forged right into it, unlike other manufacturers. You can actually take the bolt apart with one hand, just hold it and pop it.
That's awesome.
So you can clean it should you need to.
No tools needed in the field to break it down then?
Nope, it takes about a second. The bolt is a 2-lug, 90-degree bolt throw with a plunger ejector and a big long M16 style claw extractor, so it's utterly reliable. The trigger is a 2-stage hack trigger. It stands for HOWA Actuator Control Trigger. It's a super clean break. It's set from the factory about 3 pounds, but you can actually user adjust it down to about 2.5 pounds. And if you're not sure about how to do that, then consult a gunsmith, obviously, and you can get that trigger down to where you like to shoot it.
So let's talk about the different options we have as far as making this rifle fit for a wide range of different style of shooters, different body features, length of pull, things like that.
Traditional stocks, you either have to cut them and then put new butt pads on them to adjust length of pull.
Right.
Comb adjustments done by adding layers of stuff or a big wrap. So with the Bravo, it's traditional style, nice vertical pistol grip. Then you have the ability to adjust the comb height to compensate for your scope height over bore. And you can add the spacers to lengthen that length of pull to fit someone my size, your size, a smaller shooter.
What would be the length of pull adjustment that you estimate that you can get out of this?
So it goes down to about 12.5 inches roughly, and then it'll be as long as you want to make it, as long as you want to add those spacers to it.
So there's enough spacers to fit any range of shooters that you'd want to put behind it, whether you want to put your teenager or your wife or yourself if you're
a kid. It would
person.
be great.
Yeah.
I mean, I see 6.5 Creedmoor, 6mm Creedmoor 308 being good kid rounds as well, especially if you can throw a can or a muzzle brake on the end of it. It's really user friendly.
Absolutely. So tell me about, I see this little cutout in the bottom here. What is that for?
So that rear cutout can actually be removed, and you can use it as a traditional bag grinder hook. So if you like a traditional taper on the rear, on the buttstock,
right,
you can keep that, or you can pop that off, and then you can actually wrap your hand around it and use a rear bag.
Right. I like that a lot. So what brought about the relationship between HOWA and KRG?
KRG is actually a very well-known name in this market. Precision rifle shooters, at every match I see more than a handful of people rocking KRG chassis, different configurations. They have been a very good supporter of HOWA. They love HOWA themselves. They were showing me pictures of their builds and stuff off of HOWA Action, so it made sense.
Just a natural fit.
Right, and there, you know, when you have a good company that produces good quality product that we can put with our good quality product, you know,
Right.
it's a very good match that the end consumer is going to really enjoy.
Absolutely. One thing I noticed, it's got flush cups. So you've got flush cups on both sides, front and back.
Right, the stock will come with a rear flush cup. The front is a plate. Depends on how you want to mount the flush cup. Some people will run them underneath.
Okay.
Some people on the sides. So this one it's set up for a right-handed shooter.
So you can move that flush cup to wherever you want it.
Correct. One of the great things about the KRG chassis setup is the bottom will be able to take the M-LOK rails. It's got good spacing on the bottom of it, especially you see how we mounted the barricade stop. You can put the pads underneath it. There's a whole line of accessories for all of the KRG stocks from KRG.
All right, Matt, we're here. We're going to put some rounds through this rifle. What's some important features that I should know about before I get behind it?
Well, one major feature would be the trigger. It's a two-stage trigger. It's set from the factory about 3 pounds. You can dial it down about 2.5 safely. Another key feature to that trigger unit is the 3-position safety. So forward is going to be fire, middle is going to be, you can unload it and rack the bolt, but the trigger will be locked. And then all the way to the rear, you're going to lock the bolt and the trigger.
Okay. As far as magazines, what kind of magazines does it take?
It'll take any AI compatible magazines. So the Magpuls work well, the MDTs work well, AI mags themselves work real well, accurate mags.
Great. We've got some mags loaded up.
Right, with the 140 grain ELDs.
Great. Let's put some rounds through it.
This feels really good, Matt. How do I adjust the length of the comb up a little bit?
So just loosen this side knob right here.
Okay. I think the length of pull is just about right. Wow, that trigger does feel amazing.
Yeah.
You're totally right. It pulls through until you get that nice crisp stop.
Right.
And then from right there, just a little bit more pressure and it breaks.
Right, it's about a 1 pound take up and then a three pound overall break from the factory.
Right, I like that. You know, I'm noticing, Matt, we don't have any type of muzzle device on here right now, but my felt recoil, it doesn't seem to have much. And I'm wondering if it's just this nice butt pad or...
Well, you've got a decent heavy barrel on there. 6.5 Creedmoor is a very light recoiling round.
Right.
And with that big old thick rubber butt pad on there, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, it feels great.
We actually guarantee these sub MOA with factory ammo.
Yeah, I believe it.
So you've got some added insurance there, and we actually added the lifetime warranty with all our products.
I'm blown away with how well a factory rifle can shoot. That's amazing.
Matt, we just got done shooting this rifle. When am I going to be able to get my hands on one?
So we're pushing for January shipment on these. You'll be able to get it through any major retailer. Our distribution channel covers anywhere in the United States, as well as our international companies. So we push HOWA all over the world. So you're able to get this anywhere that there's a shooter. Street price is probably around $1,000.
Okay.
And so it's really affordable, accurate. It's an awesome PRS solution or weekend shooter. So it covers a wide spectrum of shooters.
Okay. What kind of colors are we looking at?
Black and FDE.
Black and FD. Okay. That sounds great. Any other configurations that they're going to come in?
So initially, we're going to offer 6.5 Creedmoor, like the one you shot. We'll have a 6mm Creedmoor, and then 308. So for all the guys that like banging on 308, that'll still be an option. We're going to have 26, 24, and the 20-inch heavy barrel versions in it.
Great.
They'll all be threaded, so you can throw a suppressor on, muzzle brake, and really free up that rifle.
So there's a configuration for everybody. You get it shorter, longer,
Right.
different calibers if you want 6mm or all the way up to 308.
Right.